went live, the sound didn't work. So I am going to open my live stream on my other phone right now. I'm not even live yet. It's not even showing me live. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's working. Oh, the heavens have answered. It's my phone having issues. Okay, starting over. My phone, my new eBay refurbished phone didn't work for some reason. I've used the phone several times. Okay, we're starting over. Everything I said, I'm going to repeat so that you can hear me loud and clear. I am dressed in all white. I am in a bed with all white bedding, and I'm famous. But if one person in the chat can prove that I am not famous, I will pour an entire case of Mentos into the Coca-Cola. This is a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. It's very dark. If you can prove, if there is one person who can prove that I am not famous, I will pour all of the Mentos into the 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. I'm sorry, I can't read the comments until I receive 100 likes. And then I'll see who can prove I'm not famous. But you have to be really good. If you are good at proving I'm not famous, you have to like the live stream. I have to get to 100 likes before I start reading the comments of those who can prove I'm not famous. If there's one person who can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the entire case of Mentos into the bottle of Coca-Cola. I have an entire case of Mentos open and ready to go. But I'll only do it if one person can prove that I'm not famous. Sorry, I can't read comments until we have 100 likes. The like count is at the top of the screen. You have to hit the thumb up. I'll be looking at your comments trying to prove I'm not famous if we get to 100 likes. So far, we're at 4 and I can't see your comments until we have 100 likes. If you can prove I'm not famous, just one person, I will pour all of the Mentos into the bottle of Coca-Cola. We're at 4 likes. If we get to 100 likes, I will start reading your comments to see if there's one person who can prove that I am not famous. Sorry, I know lots of you want me to read your comments, but we have to get to 100 likes first. I can't see any comments until we have 100 likes. I am in an all-white outfit, sitting on all white bedding. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour an entire case of Mentos into the Coca-Cola. But until we get 100 likes, I can't see your comments. So far, we're only at 9 likes. I'll be reading your comments once we get to 100 likes. I am famous, dressed in all white, sitting in an all white bedding. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the Mentos into a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. But I cannot see your comments until we have 100 likes. Right now, we're at 15. I'm going to clip that. I take my outfit very seriously and my white bedding very seriously. So if one person can prove I'm not famous, it's going to be very difficult for you to prove I'm not famous, by the way, because I am famous. I'm not going to just listen to anyone. especially if we can't get to 100 likes. So far, I haven't seen any comments. I can't look at the comments. I can't see the comments until I have 100 likes. I'll be reading your comments soon once we get to 100 likes. If we get to 100 likes, I'll start reading the comments. I will pour the entire case of Mentos into a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding. If one person can prove I'm not famous. The real question is, will we get to 100 likes? Because I cannot see comments until we have 100 likes. Once we get to 100 likes, I will look for comments trying to prove I'm not famous. Comment below. Am I famous? Yes or no? Am I famous? Yes or no? It's going to be very difficult for people to prove I'm not famous with so many people. Oh, I can't see the comments. We only have 25 likes. I will not see the comments until we have 100 likes. Once we have 100 likes, I will be able to see the comments. I can't see the comments until we have 100 likes. I am dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the Mentos into the Coca-Cola. But I cannot see your comments until we have 100 likes. I'm assuming lots of people have commented, yes, I'm famous, which is going to make it even more of a challenge for those to prove I'm not famous. I cannot see the comments until we have 100 likes. I'm dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding. I take my outfit and bedding very seriously. I'm not just going to pour the Mentos into the Coca-Cola for anyone. You would have to prove I'm not famous. And if you want to prove I'm not famous, the first step is to get me to 100 likes because I can't see the comments. I don't see any comments until we have 100 likes. I don't see any comments until we have 100 likes. I will pour the Mentos into the Coca-Cola if we get to 100 likes. If one person can prove I'm not famous. I am famous. Who agrees? Guys, do you see the comments? Nobody should see any comments until we have 100 likes. The comments are turned off. So you shouldn't be able to see any comments. I have the comments turned off until we have 100 likes. Hold on. Let me grab my other phone and see if I can see the comments. This phone. There should not be any comments until I have 100 likes. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour Mentos into an entire case of Mentos into a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. The comments are off until I have 100 likes. So I don't see any comments. You shouldn't see comments either. We're halfway to 100. I'll start reading your comments once we have 100 likes. Yeah, the comments are turned off. I just confirmed. I am dressed in all white. I'm famous. And I'm sitting on all white bedding. I take my outfits and white bedding very seriously, which means I will take your comments very seriously. Once we reach 100 likes, I'm going to look at your comments. I'll turn comments back on because you shouldn't see any comments right now. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour an entire package of Mentos into this 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. But I can't see your comments until we have 100 likes. The comments are turned off. Once we have 100 likes, I'm going to see if there's anyone who can prove I'm not famous. Who thinks I'm famous? Comment yes or no. Am I famous? Yes or no. Joke's on you. The comments are not going to be turned on until we have 100 likes. Joke's on you. The comments are turned off until we have 100 likes. So you might think you're commenting, but truthfully, no one can see your comments, not even me. I don't see anyone's comments until I turn them on when we have 100 likes. Right now, we're at 65 likes. You must not want me to read your comments or turn comments back on if you can't get to 100 likes. If you can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the Mentos into the 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. I'm famous and I'm dressed in all white, sitting on white bedding. I take my outfits and bedding very seriously, which means it's not going to be an easy feat to prove I'm not famous, especially since so many people agree that I'm famous, like the CEO of famousbirthdays.com. We have 80 likes. I will turn the comments on when we get to 100. We're almost to 100 likes. You have to press the thumb up button to get to 100 likes. Once we get to 100 likes, I will read your comments and look for one person proving that I'm not famous. I'm famous. I'm dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding. I take my outfits and bedding very seriously, which means it's not going to be an easy feat for one person to prove I'm not famous. I am famous. But if you can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the entire package of Mentos into the 2-liter Coca-Cola bottle. But the comments are turned off until we have 100 likes. We're almost to 100 likes. We have 90. We have 90 likes. We're almost to 100. Once we get to 100 likes, I'm going to turn the comments on. You should not be able to see any comments right now. I have the comments turned off. We've reached 106 likes. I'm famous. That means the comments are going to be turned on very soon. I am famous. I'm dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the entire package of Mentos into this 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. But I cannot look at your comments until we have 500 viewers. We have reached 100 likes. Once we get to 500 viewers, I will turn on the comments. Right now, I can't see any comments. Comment below, yes or no. Do you think I'm famous? Because I would argue lots of people agree that I'm famous. That's why I'm on famousbirthdays.com. It will not be an easy feat to prove I'm not famous. I don't think just any special person could prove I'm not famous. But if we get to 500 viewers, I will open the comments. Right now, there are no comments. Nobody can see your comments. If you're commenting, it looks like your comment is going through, but it's actually not. The comments are off. I'm famous and I'm dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding. If one person in the comments can prove that I'm not famous, well, I can't see the comments yet, but very soon I will, because once we get to 500 viewers, I'll open the comments. The best way to get more viewers is to send gifts, super chats, and like the live stream. Share it out because lots of people are going to want to see me pour the Mentos into the 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. But I'll only do it if one person can prove I'm not famous. Comment below, am I famous? Yes or no? Joke's on you, I have the comments turned off. And I can't see the comments until we get 500 viewers. If we get 500 viewers, I'll turn the comments on. All of you commenting think that you're commenting, but no one can see it. No one in the chat, not even me. If we get to 500 viewers, I will look at your comments and turn the comments back on. And I'll be looking for one person to prove I'm not famous. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the Mentos into the Coca-Cola. These are real Mentos. This is really Coca-Cola. The package is full. Who knows what happens when you pour Mentos into Coca-Cola? How bad would it be if I'm dressed in all white, sitting on all white bedding, and I were to pour an entire package of Mentos into the Coca-Cola? I'm famous, dressed in all white, sitting in all white bedding. If one person can prove I'm not famous, I will pour the Mentos into the Coca-Cola. But first, we have to get to 500 viewers. I'll turn the comments on and see your comments once we reach 500 viewers, which is really easy because I'm famous. So it should be very easy for a famous person to have 500 viewers. Wouldn't you agree? Haha, joke's on you. You can't comment. I have the comments turned off. Thank you for all of the love. We have lots of likes. If we get to 200 likes, it's very easy for us to get to 500 viewers. And that's my next goal before I start reading the comments. The comments are off. Part of being famous is setting goals. And my goal now is to get 500 viewers. Then I'll open the comments and see if one person can prove that I'm not famous. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because there's lots of people who agree I'm famous. Comment yes if you agree that I'm famous. Comment yes if you agree that I'm famous. Oh. Joke's on you. The comments are turned off. I can't